Welcome to episode 102 of the Slip and We podcast. I'm back with my guy, Joeshon James. Joeshon, I don't know whether to call you a prospect or a contender anymore.
Yeah, for real, huh? Yeah, I mean, I definitely was a prospect the last time we talked, but I think I'm a contender now. I think we can say it's safe to say that.
So we got some things to catch up on, particularly since the last time that you were on. The first thing I want to ask you about is before your fight, I saw you in pictures with Canelo Alvarez.
Oh yeah.
Bro, talk to me about your experience sparring with Canelo Alvarez and how that kind of came about and some of the things you learned and all the things, bro.
I don't even know how it came about. I just got a call from my coach saying, "Hey, you wanna go in camp with Canelo?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" That's iron sharper iron. You're only gonna get better from that type of experience. But just being around somebody that you've been seeing on TV and that's been just your idol pretty much, and being around them and being in the ring with them it just elevates you, man. Just being around a world champion like that, you're bound to be the next to, take some of the stuff that you learn from him and then bring it into my own camp. So it's been a blessing. But at the end of the day, I wasn't trying to be too much fangirl, and he puts on his pants every morning just like me. So um, it's just another human being in the ring at the end of the day, and it's a business, it's the hurt business. So at the end of the day, we both kind of sharpened each other up, and oh yeah, I know he was gonna be ready for Charlo. It was easy work for Canelo.
It was easy work, bro. It really was. Even me, I'm like a huge Canelo guy. I just never pictured that Jermell just wouldn't really be able to do much of anything. But
Yeah, he talks a good talk. It's like he puts on this tough guy mentality, like lions, lions only, and it's like, man, you weren't like a lion in there. You just kind of. I mean, I guess he won at the end of the day because his pockets is fat right now. It's
listen,
big.
he typically throughout his career, he's always backed that up, right? Like I've been, dude, go back on my channel for years. I've been saying like he's gonna lose a fight and then he doesn't. He's like the only guy like that. So in my mind, I was like giving him that chance because I've been wrong about him so many times, but Canelo was too much for him. What's it like being in the ring with him, bro?
Oh man, it's just man, it's crazy. Just kind of got to keep your head on straight and just realize that at the end of the day, he's another human being in there, working towards the same goal you're working towards. So it wasn't nothing special, but he does hit hard. He hits really hard. I think I got a lot of more skills. I think he's slowing down. He probably got about 3 more fights, probably another year or two, and before he retires. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't nothing special. But I outboxed him and moved using my jab. Pretty much how Charlo kind of boxing was pretty much how like my sparring was, but I was way more aggressive than Charlo. But yeah, I was pretty much like a mirror image. Like watching that fight, I'm like, damn, it kind of looks like me in there, jabbing, moving. But I think Charlo should have been a lot more aggressive because Canelo, he can get hit. Trust me, I hit him a whole bunch of stuff. He can get hit, but it's when he comes back and he hits you is are you ready to take it?
I just think, yeah, I think at some point Jermell just got hit really hard and he just wasn't really willing to put himself in position to get hit like that again.
Exactly. Hey, but let me break some news. Just in last night I signed a contract to fight next weekend, next Saturday.
No
And
shit.
yeah, so I'm fighting next Saturday in LA against David Stevens, 10-0 guy at 168. So yeah, I'm fighting next week. So I've been training that 4-rounder fight, the last fight on an undercard, Charlo, and it didn't seem like I did anything. I was in camp and then they switched up my rounds at the last second to 4 rounds because they were short on time. But we got this call saying, "Hey, you want to fight?" And then they're like, "Fuck it, we still in camp. Let's go." So the
Well, all right.
breaking news.
Let's let let's break a couple of those things down real quick. You're
Uh,
next Saturday against David Stevens, right?
Stevens, yeah.
That's going to be at middleweight, right?
Super middle, my super middleweight debut.
Super
Yeah, 'cause
middleweight debut.
it was only 5 pounds to lose. So I'm like, man, let's just do it. This guy, he's beatable. So And this fight. I just want to. I'm not letting this fight go to the scorecards. Third time's a charm, you know.
Hey,
But yeah,
listen, what so I mean, bro, you fought so recently. Like what it was it just the fact that it was a short fight and you felt like you could just turn around and make it happen?
exactly. Yeah, I got hit in the first round. That guy, the Kazakhstanian guy, he got me with like two good shots in the first round. But other than that, I neutralized him the second, third, and fourth round. I boxed him, jabbed him, had the cleaner punches, made him miss. Man, it was just a beautiful, beautiful 4 rounds of boxing. And that was the last thing that was on my mind was a draw. Like I'm just happy. I'm like, oh come on, let's go. We got it. But I'll get my hand raised. And before I even get to the center and they're already calling the draw, I'm like, what the? I was just so shocked. I'm like, man, it's just crazy how like boxing, they already have their winners picked out, man. It's a whole bunch of politics, you know. It
So,
sucks that
so,
I'm
so let me ask you something. You said
uh,
they changed up your rounds. You also, unfortunately, were not a part of the televised card, which I would have loved to see your fight. So I was surprised also to see you in a 4 round fight. So talk to me about like how did
yeah,
that come about that it wound up getting shortened? How many rounds were you supposed to go initially?
let's start from the beginning. Sign the contracts. First I was supposed to do an 8 round against a different guy out of the David Morrell camp. He passed me up, and then I was bummed about that. But then I got a call a week later for this Kazakhstanian guy for 6 rounds. I was like, I'll take the opportunity just to be on the Canelo undercard. And you know, the opportunity. I'm young. I gotta take these type of opportunities to get myself out there. You know, it wasn't that much good of pay, but hey, it's the opportunity that we want. You know, some you can't really look for the money, and you know, you can't chase the money. You gotta chase the opportunity. But so 6 rounder bout, signed contract that night. Uh, Fast forward, we're in the locker dressing room. I'm laced up. I'm hitting mids. I'm already on my 8th round, warming up. I'm all sweaty. I'm about to be up. The fight just ended, so it's like we're about to come out. And then the guy one of the promoter guys, hey, we're short on time. We're gonna switch your bout to a 4 round bout. So we're all like, what the? How can you do that? Because it's the contract. Like he's like, no, your contract says 4 to 6 rounds. Like, no, I wouldn't have signed it if it was said 4 to 6 rounds. So we put out the contract. So there was just a little bit of drama right there, but I was already ready to go. I was already in fight mode, ready to kill mode, ready to go. I'm like, my coach, I'm like, come on, let's just go. Let's just get over with. Because they were like, you can wait for your 6 rounds after the Canelo fight, like 11:30. I'm like, no, like, I had got there at 11 o'clock to the dressing room already. So I'm like, I'm not gonna wait another 8 hours to fight. So we just went up and we did our thing. We did our thing. You know, the game plan kind of shortened up a little bit and got a little quicker. It's 4 rounds. You know, you still gotta win the judges over. But and like this guy, he's been fighting in Kazakhstan with no headgear. He had over 300 amateur fights. And you know, I just hate when people say, "Oh, you should have knocked him out. You should have knocked him out." It's like at this high level, this guy he's already been pro all his life. So it's like if I boxed him and did what I was supposed to do, why should I have to knock him out? You know. So, but this next fight, man, I've been working on my power, just taking what Canelo was doing to me in sparring, just watching him, and yeah, we're gonna see a new and improved Sean Time.
And just to pay quick respect to the Kazakhstani fighter, I think his name is Abilkhan Amankul.
Yeah, I never
I
know.
I haven't been able to find. I'm really bummed out that I couldn't watch it though, bro.
I
That's
know.
always been one of my things about PBC is that they don't always televise the early
Yeah,
undercard fights.
we're literally 15 minutes before we're supposed to be televised, and they pushed us way further. I mean, I'm thinking everybody else can see it because in our dressing room we have TVs, and I can see the fight on before me, so I'm thinking everybody's watching it, but I guess not. But yeah, that's like they switched up to 4 rounds. We were non-televised, so it's like it's a whole bunch of politics. But like I said, we stuck to the game plan. We beat this guy easy, like so crazy. After the first round, like he didn't know what to do. I don't even think his corner was even telling him things to do differently. Like he was, that's how stuck they were because they thought I was probably easy pickings. But yeah, it's just so crazy how it all played out. But it's all good, man.
Hey, you didn't pick up the loss.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
exactly.
you
Another
know
loss.
you got to fight in that big ass arena. That's pretty
Man,
cool.
it's crazy. I'm like, damn, I fought in that ring earlier. Like 2 hours earlier, I fought in that ring watching Charlo and Canelo. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy how far I've come, man.
Well, let's
Just
go
got
back one fight before that because it
okay.
was around the time that I interviewed you. You had another draw with Javier Martinez,
Yeah.
who's a really good fighter. That was a great fucking fight.
Uh-huh.
I did feel like you edged it, but
Yeah.
it sounds like your last fight was not as close as that one. That one was a pretty close competitive fight. But how did you feel in that one? And was there anything you learned from that one?
Yeah, looking back at the Javier fight, I can see how like some rounds, okay, he edged it, not edged it, and it was up for grabs. So I will call that a draw now that I watched it 4 or 5 times. And I definitely did. I wasn't sitting down on my punches. I was standing up towards the middle rounds, to later rounds. I started fighting his fight, which is inside, when I should have got back on that jab like the first 3, 4 rounds that I did. So definitely was a lot of mistakes. My first time being on TV, and a lot got to my head. Some rounds I wasn't even like even in the fight. Like I was thinking about other stuff, which is crazy because I wasn't even thinking about fighting when I was in there with Javier. But I got offered a few rematches with him, but I'll rematch him once he has a belt, something I can take, something worth fighting him for. I don't really want to fight him just to be a regular fight. I want to be a co-main event fight for a belt or something when it makes sense. But that was a great experience, my first introduction to the TV and stuff like that. So I'm just getting adjusted right
And
now,
but you
man.
boxed a hell of a fight, bro. I mean, I every fighter that I know that's really good is like very hard on their performances. But you fought good for a guy who wasn't thinking about the fight.
Man, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, I did so good, man. But I mean, one judge had me winning 7 rounds, had me up 7 rounds. So I don't know what the other two judges were looking at. I mean, I could have edged that one, but there's definitely a lot of things that I could have did differently now that I'm looking back at the fight. But like I said, I'm a whole different fighter from even that fight right there. Like I just improved so much. I went into camp with Erickson Lubin actually like 3 weeks after that. He brought me to Florida, so another southpaw. So I went from Javier southpaw, went to Lubin southpaw, and then I went to this guy, the Kazakh guy. He's a southpaw. So I'm like, I'm comfortable with southpaw. So now I'm like, okay, give me orthodox guy. Oh man, it's about to be over now. I'm about to have fun with that.
So let me ask you this: the Stevens fight,
Uh-huh.
are you going to be televised?
I believe so.
Are the fans going to be able to watch this one?
Yeah, yeah. This one is gonna be televised on DAZN, Golden Boy Promotion, DAZN. So this one will be televised, and I'm happy.
How much prep time have you had?
Oh man, I've been ever since I've been getting ready for the last fight. Like I literally sat that Saturday when I fought, I took Sunday, Monday off, and I was back Tuesday. So it's been a full week so far since I've been training. Like, yeah, I've been hitting it hard, man. Like this is my life, man. It's like Canelo, like no boxing, no life. Like this is all I do. Like I train. I'm literally at the gym right now about to go in, but I had to get the interview in before I go in there. But I got sparring tonight. I sparred yesterday with two young, hungry amateurs, and they put the beating on me, and I'm just getting better and better, man. It's like this is what I do, man. This is my job.
Bro, that's one of the reasons I really like you as a fighter and I like watching you is you're taking tough fights, bro. Like you're not taking easy fights. You're taking these big challenges. You want to fight on the bigger stage. You're not shying away from it. And I know you haven't gotten the win in these last two, but you're showing up. You know what I mean? You're showing up and you're fighting the right way. And I think that's gonna pay off, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely. This fight right here, like I know if this fight next Saturday goes to the scorecard, it's either I'm gonna be a loss or another draw. So I'm definitely not letting it go to the scorecards. Trust me. You're gonna see a whole different person in there. This fight, like every fight, I just get better and better. Like this last fight was just a pretty dope version of me, man. Like I just was having fun in there. It's crazy. And then for them to just give me the draw is kind of messed up. But it's all good, man. The politics, it's all business, nothing personal. That's what I'm starting to learn now.
You got any
Yeah,
thoughts on Janabek and this guy? I think his name is Vincenzo Gualtieri.
no,
Um,
I I didn't even know he was fighting until yesterday. My coach said, "Oh, Janibek's fighting." I'm like, what?
Bro, how crazy is that? That's like a unification fight, and
Really? Yeah.
you didn't even know it was happening.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, they're pushing Janibek like he's a superstar, but he's real patient. He looks for the knockout shot, but like I don't know, they haven't really set him up with anybody with a longer reach to him that's taller than him that can box. So I know he'll get a knockout. He'll win this weekend. But I've actually been offered him for 2025 to fight him. If I stay on the right track, I'll be fighting Janibek in 2025.
Is that common to get like an offer that far out?
Nah, well, I mean, that's the first time my coach came to me. He said, me at Top Rank wants to, hopefully, if I'm still doing good, 2025, I'll be a contender for Janibek.
I
So,
mean, that would be great, man, because there's not too many guys at the top level at middleweight right now. And I don't think he's going to lose anytime soon, to be honest, with the guys that are up in the rankings. That no
right,
none of those guys are going to beat him. I think you'll be the first good fight he has, honestly.
right, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like the 160 division is quiet, but it's up for the taking. Like we got Troy Isley, Emma Williams, but a few other guys, myself, who's making us slowly creeping up. But it's for the taking, and that's why I want to stay at 160 and just work my way up, man. Because I know I can compete with these top contenders and work my way up there. And if all plays out, I'll be up there and beating Janibek because all he has is power shots. He can't box. Like I said, I just want to expose all these guys with these good records and just show the world that there's a whole bunch of fakes out here.
Bro, Troy's not taking a fake fight. He's got a tough fight coming up with this guy, Vladimir Hernandez.
I'm sparring him tonight.
Which
Vladimir
one?
Vladimir Hernandez.
No shit.
Yeah, I sparred him last week and then I sparred him 3 times this week. Today, Friday and Saturday. So
He's a tough motherfucker, man.
man, he is tough. Trust me. I know firsthand experience, man. Yeah, this is Vladimir. He gonna pull it off if he can put the pressure on Troy Isley and keep backing him up like how he does, like how he did with what's his name, Lorenzo. He gonna give Troy Isley some problems.
Well, and how he did with J Rock, bro.
Oh man, that was
He
crazy.
beat J Rock.
Yeah, I just don't know how he got beat. How he beat J Rock when he got knocked out by who was that? Turo, uh, Resendez. He got. Was that Resendez? He got no. That was Ramos.
Yeah, I
Ramos
mean,
knocked him out.
Jesus Ramos is a great fighter.
My bro, how you not have any respect for J Rock? Then you gave too much respect to Ramos. But I think he could have beat Ramos if he'd have stuck to the game plan. I think he tried to box, but Ramos is a good fighter, man. Oh, he's a real good fighter. What you think about that Lubin and Ramos fight? Everybody's saying if it's been the Knicks 50-50, everybody's saying he should have lost. But what you think?
Bro, I thought those, regardless of who you thought won, I thought 9-3 for either guy was insane. And the fact that it was 9-3 for Lubin, one of the cards, was insane to me. There was no way he won 9 rounds of that fight, bro. That's madness.
Man, you see, that's crazy. Because I thought Lubin boxed a beautiful fight. I thought he boxed, moved, smothered,
Listen, he
moved.
he did box well, but it was like anytime his back even touched the ropes, Jesus would rip a combination. It felt like Jesus was landing the more meaningful shots. And I'm generally a guy that's like, if a guy's boxing well from the outside, I lean towards them. But
Right, right,
it was just when you looked at who was landing the hard shots through the first 8-9 rounds, it was all Jesus for the most part.
right, right, right. Yeah, and that's what I'm like, man. It's up for
I scored
grabs.
at 6-6, by the way. I scored at 6-6.
Oh
So
wow.
But so to me, I would have been cool with a draw if all the judges had it 7-5 Lubin. I wouldn't have like been that mad about it because Ramos kind of gave up the last couple rounds. But
You did, yeah. No, that was a good fight, but man. Well, I mean, Lubin's back up there now. He's back at the contender.
hell yeah, bro, hell yeah,
What's next for him now?
it's gonna
What's
be
his,
interesting because I think Jermell probably won't go back down to 154 if I had to guess. So those titles will all go vacant at some
uh,
point. So I mean, I guess to me, I would like to see Lubin either rematch Ramos. I would watch that, or maybe fight the winner of Tim Tszyu and Brian Mendoza, which is also next weekend.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Yeah, that's gonna be a real good one, man. Tim Tszyu, I know Cato from Oakland, he was out there and getting Tim Tszyu ready, so that's gonna be a good fight. Gonna be a
That's
real
a
good.
hell of a fight, bro. I'm very excited about that one. And we did a ITR interview with Brian Mendoza, and I just love his mentality, man.
Yeah, he got that confidence, man.
That and you know what, bro? On my show, everyone at ITR, like we're always preaching, like if guys got a couple losses, it doesn't define their whole career. Like
Nah,
he did it, Oshaki Foster did it. You can take a couple, learn from it, keep taking the challenges, and it can ultimately make you better. And you're
no,
kind of taking that same career path. You haven't lost, but you're taking that path where it's like you're taking risky fights, man. You're not fighting guys that are 5 and 18. You know what I mean?
but it's been rewarding. Like I know, like I got the draws, but there's still a lot of good stuff that comes from it. Like this fight that just came from it, and then with Javier being flown out to Florida for 2 weeks to train with Lubin. Like I think a lot of people they kind of just get discouraged because they don't see like the benefits of putting in the hard work, and it can be rewarding. You just got to stay grinding, really. Yeah, I know that's the hard part to just keep working, and not have nothing set up and nothing coming from it, but it's gonna work out eventually, you know. So that's just my mentality. And now that I've been seeing everything just kind of fall into place, just stay working, just stay grinding. So I know it's all gonna pay off.
Oh, totally, man. Because by the time you get to like a elite level fight, you've already kind of put yourself through the all of these different tests. You know what I mean? Even if the test is
Exactly.
just getting in the ring with Canelo Alvarez.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like these guys aren't my toughest fight. I mean, I think Javier was my toughest fight so far, but it's like these guys' toughest fight, So it's like I got that edge already from the start over these guys because I've already been tested. So it's like my training and everything. Like I know these guys aren't training harder than me. Like I'll be putting in mad work, man. Like I just know these guys aren't training harder than me. So I just got my confidence through the roof. So I'm able to take these undefeated guys. Undefeated don't mean nothing. It's both our first fight when we both in the ring that night. So let's see what you gonna do. Everybody got a plan till they get hit. So
And not for nothing, this is gonna be like your fourth undefeated guy in a row.
man, 34-0 combined records. My four opponents,
Is that what it is?
34-0.
That's crazy, bro.
20 knockouts combined. 20 knockouts.
But that's how you're fast tracking yourself from a prospect to a contender. That's you're already blurring the lines because you're taking those kind of fights.
Exactly, man. Yeah. I just wish more people would be on the same route as I am, but it's all good. I mean, if you're protected with a promoter, the best wishes to you. But my road a little bumpy, so I like it. I like it this way. I like being independent and coming in and wrecking these home guys. But
Well, I
yeah,
hope
I heard something about something else was thrown behind this contract was a 3-fight deal with the Golden Boy after when I win this fight, they'll be presenting a 3-fight deal. So I don't know if that's true or not, but either way, I just want to fight and just show the world. And hopefully this one's. I'm pretty sure this one's a good chance it's going to be televised. So I'm not sure on the YouTube or on the main card, but either way, I think it should be televised because it's an 8-rounder, 10-0 versus 9-0. So
I like how you're saying that. I know.
I mean, yeah, I mean. It's crazy, man. I'm supposed to be 9-0 already, but it's like, man, I'm just stuck right there. But this fight, man, like I said, I've been training my ass off. I just got right back to work, and I'm just ready to show. I don't gotta lose that much weight, so I'm strong. I'm sturdy. I'm eating everything I want. So it's gonna be a different shot time in there next Saturday.
And you don't plan on staying at 68.
Nah, hell no. This was just because it was just 2 weeks out. I just didn't feel like cutting to 160 again.
Well, you're in with a hell of a fighter too. I think that's a fucking great matchup and good on both of you for taking it, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. Nah, I've heard that they forced him to take this fight. So, like I said again, these guys, these undefeated guys, their team management, they always got to be forcing them to take these fights. From what I heard from the inside, but like I said, I'm already got these guys beat. Like the Kazakstanian guy, I'm not sure if he knows English or not, but when we did the face off, well, that's another thing. Our weigh-ins were untelevised too. We weighed in at like 10. We weighed in like 10 in the morning, back like in the locker room, and he weighed in before me, and then I weighed in after him. But we didn't do any type of face off. So the only time I seen him was in the ring, and Mike Tyson said when you looked at a point in his eye, and they ain't looking at you, you already know you got to beat. Like he wasn't even trying to look at me. Well, I'm staring him down. I love that part right there, right before when the judge is giving instructions. I'm just digging into your eyes. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm gonna beat you up. And I already know I had him beat. I already know I had him beat from that first moment. But nah, man, I wish the world could have seen that fight, man. I don't think they would have robbed me and gave me the draw if more people would have seen that fight. Because I know his teammate fought and he has the video of his fight and his was non-televised too. I think his promotion company was recording in the crowd. So they have the video somewhere. They're not releasing it. They're not
Well,
releasing
if you get your hands on it, let me know. I'd love to see
Oh
it.
yeah. Most definitely, trust me. I have people been they're searching every day for that fight. It's on their promotion company network. I know they have it somewhere, but they're not releasing it. But like I said, it's another guy. He's been training with Canelo since like 2020, and I can rematch him on another big Canelo card maybe next year. Maybe we make it on the televised part, and then I'll rematch him. When it's televised. So it's not a bad thing that I have these two draws against these two guys because I can rematch him at a better date on a better terms. You know.
And I think they're both pretty good. They're probably, also on an upward trajectory. So maybe you'll be able to meet them when you're both, a little higher up.
Exactly. So, I look at that's a good thing about it, I'll be able to negotiate and yeah, at another date, we'll definitely rematch, get those two rematches in. But
Well, shit,
yeah.
bro. October 21st, hopefully on DAZN. Joeshon, is there anybody you wanna shout out before we wrap this one up?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. My team, man, my coach, Dre Martinez, man, he's been through a lot this last year. He lost his brothers. He lost both his brothers from September last year, and then September this year he lost his other brother. It's like crazy. It's like just it's been a whole bunch of ups and downs, like a bunch of lows, but then there's like these highs where we go to Team Canelo camp and we're out in Tahoe for 2 weeks, but it's like once you get back to reality and kind of get away from all that stuff back to home, and it's just like it kind of sucks that like these type of things happen to him. He's like such a great guy, man. My coach. I don't know, you never met him before, huh? Dre
Mm-mm.
Martinez?
No.
Man, you gotta meet him. He's a character. But man, my other coach, Joey Urias, he's always with me. Like I'm like, hey, let's go to the sauna. I gotta lose 5 pounds. He'll sit in the sauna with me. Just make it so much easier for me, man. Because it's like it's just these people who's been put around me, man. It just seemed like everything just worked out so perfect, And then Johnny Martinez, my other coach, and he's the one like when the pandemic happened, we left this nice gym downtown. We made our own gym in like this car garage. Like if you see my gym where Luke be recording, that's in like that's in like a industrial center where like there's a whole bunch of car garages, and so you lift up the garage door, and then we're inside, and our whole ring and all our bags is in there. So you wouldn't even know it's like none at a gym until you know. If you know, you know. So like we're real private. We only breed in champions there. No AC. It's hot, it's hot. When it's cold, it's cold. And, I think that's what makes the champions tougher. So and my cut man David Hernandez, man, he always keeping me handsome. I'll make his job a lot easier too, because I don't get hit. I don't get hit much. So I'm like, hey man, you got the easiest job in the world. All you gotta do is give me some water. But then my sponsors, Jose Morales, Adrian Recycling, H5 Electric, Troy. Who am I missing? Luke too, man. Luke's been there from the start. He's been there since I was an amateur, man. It's crazy. But he's been around a long time. Man. I think that's it. My daughter, I got a great team around me, man. I'm so blessed to be in this position. Like, I know it's been a little rocky, but we finally like getting there. Like, we breaking through that glass ceiling. We're cracking it. We keep cracking it each time, but this fight next Saturday, I'm gonna get through that ceiling now, and it's gonna be a spectacular finish. I have to finish this guy. Like, I'm putting that in my mind. Like, finish this guy. Like, I know people say don't look for a knockout, but like, I have to. I have to knock this guy out.
Well, I look forward to seeing it, man. Joeshon James, appreciate your time once again, bro. We'll have you on again soon.
Thank you, Dakota, again for having me, man. It's been a blessing, man.